Cassie and I were doing, we're going to PR, literally in like, not tomorrow, but the day after. So, I will vlog that for y'all. Oh my god, here you go again, hold on. Okay, he's definitely done, y'all, thank god. But yeah, no, I'll have a vlog for y'all very soon. That one will be really exciting. Literally what I'm using to like talk to you guys on because before I used to have my phone in like the most weird like areas, and now I just have it like propped up. So I'm literally gonna bring it with me because it turns into, leave my shit alone. Hey. It turns into like a little tripod. So let me show you guys the kids. There's Paulo. There's that one. There's the other one. I think you can see all three of them. Yeah. I hope they're not gonna be loud. They have like energy, which is, it's fine. They can have energy. Just, I need to be able to be loud enough so y'all can hear me. I thought this ASMR would be a fun little like read deal. I know you guys want role playing. I need to get more outfits for all of that. I have an Amazon registry on my OF. I don't know if you guys want me to add that into my, I don't know if it's in my link tree. It might be in my link tree. I have to double check. I'll see if my Amazon is in my link tree. Because if so, then I'll like, you know, if it's not in my link tree, then I'll add it in my link tree. Because I have some outfits on there, like for role playing that I did want to like, if I got them, then I could role play or whatever. So yeah, but I thought this would be a good like, read to y'all to bed, like reading ASMR, I guess. And the lighting is like dark, and it's giving like we're going to go to bed for sure. So we're gonna read this book. A friend of mine gave it to me. Shout out to that friend. If you see this video, I hope you're doing good. We had I feel like every little occasion we had together was good. Yeah, I don't know if they're getting that thing. This is my book now. I don't think they're getting it back. I feel like they would have probably asked for it back by now or something. Doesn't matter. But we're gonna read this book. I have another book from them, but we're not gonna read that one. This one is William Gibson Nero Manser. I'm gonna lay him back a little bit. I'll move this closer like this so I can lean back. I'll move this closer so you guys can hear me like this. The sky above the port. It took at least a decade for me to realize that many of my readers, even in 1984, could have never experienced Neuromancer's opening line as I'd intended them to. I'd actually composed that first image with the black and white video static, my childhood in mind, sodium silvery, and almost painful whooping anachronism right at the very start of my career in the imaginary future. I don't know if y'all can even hear me with the mic all the way like down there, so I'm gonna have it like right here in my flat chest so you guys could actually like hear me. Oh. stopped to think that I might have been thinking, however unconsciously, of the texture and color of a signal-free channel on a wooden cabinet, Motorola with fabric-covered speakers. Sorry y'all, my kids are being like really loud right now, like you can hear both of them. This one's munching on food, other one's got his bone, so it's a little loud background, but I'm gonna keep reading. Alright, so readers compensated for me shouldering an additional share of the imaginative burden and allowed whatever they assumed was the color of static to take on the melancholy of the phrase dead channel. In my teens, in the 60s, I read a great deal of science fiction dating from the 40s, a very fertile period for that genre, and recall being aware of making just this sort of effort on behalf of fictions that had grown a bit longer in the technological tooth, or whose imagined futures has been blindsided by subsequent history. I cut such fictions just a sort of extra slack in exchange for whatever other value the narrative might offer, that some readers must be cutting Neuromancer today. Not for invisible anachronisms like my color of television, but for unavoidable sins of omission on the order of complete absence of tiny and ubiquitous portable telephones. Indeed, one of my own favorite moments in the book hinges around this sequence ringing of a row of payphones. Imagine a novel from the 60s whose author had somehow fully envisioned cellular telephony circa 2004 and had worked it. Sorry y'all, it took me a second. I didn't know what that specific word, like how to pronounce it, and I do apologize if you guys hear me say a word and I pronounce it incorrectly. I've known English all my life. I was about to make a joke and be like, I've only known like English, or I can't talk right now. I was gonna say, oh, I've only known English for 22 years of me being on this earth, but it's like, so you've known English your whole life, like, yeah. I was gonna try to make it into a joke, but yeah, it's just was a strategic reason for my not having done that. I had already done it in the United States, which cannot be proven to exist in the world of Neuromancer. It's deliberately never mentioned as such in one vaguely okay, oh my god, I can't fucking, okay, sorry y'all. It's because the way I'm holding the fucking book right now. Because the lines were in the street, so I can't read, like, I can't read a line if it's not in the, okay, oh, sorry. Okay, let me just start off that paragraph again. Though there was a strategic reason for not having done that, I had already done it in the United States, which could not be proven to exist in the world of Neuromancer. It is deliberately never mentioned as such, and one vaguely gathers that it's somehow gone sideways in a puff of what we today call globalization, to be replaced by some less dangerous combine of large corporations and city-states having disappeared in the USA. I thought I'd better have the USSR in there for the sake of continuity. Had I disappeared the USSR instead, I might eventually have been burned as a witch, so just as well. Today's reader might keep in mind that I wrote Neuromancer with absolutely no expectation that it would be in print 20 years later. I knew that it was to be published if I could finish it, and if the editor accepted the manuscript, both of which seemed constantly unlikely as a paperback original. The most formal of literary units, a pocket-sized slab of prose meant to fit a standard wire rack, printed on high acid paper, invisibly yearning to return to the crude pulp from which it had been pressed. My best hope for the book was that it might find, in whatever modest numbers it would have its debut, some kindred soul or five, probably in England as I imagined them, or perhaps in France. I didn't anticipate much in the way of an American audience because I felt that I was writing too deliberately counter to what I had come to assume the American audience had been taught to want from science fiction. I was doing this because I couldn't for the life of me do it in any other way. Having been talked into signing a contract by the late Terry Carr, without whom there would certainly be no Neuromancer, I found myself possessed by the dissident attitude that I certainly wasn't about to share with my editor, or really with much of anyone. The only people who got that were a few of the other tyro writers with whom I would eventually be labeled cyberpunk, and they were far away, mostly in Austin, Texas. Like Kay said, the book's climax I was coming in steep, fueled by. I couldn't have told you though, one element was a smoldering resentment at which the genre I'd loved as a teenager seemed to me in the meantime to have become, though I know I had neither the intention nor the least hope that what I was doing, tapping out, my Ace special paperback original on an aged manual portable of precision Swiss manufacturer would in any way change the course of science fiction, nor did it, apparently, except to the extent of helping to keep open doors I certainly never built, doors I'd found as a teenager with names like Bester and Lieber cooped in their lintels. I was recently told that Neuromancer has sold more than 1 million copies. That would be over the past 2 decades, and I assume it either North American editions or English language editions. Abroad, it's managed to get itself translated into most of the languages, books, and translated into, though not yet, as far as I know, Chinese or Arabic. This is something like having an adult child one never hears from, but who evidently does quite well, travels widely, and seems to meet interesting people. My real sympathy, though, is with that bright 13-year-old curled on a sofa somewhere 20 pages into the book and desperate to get the root of the mystery of why cell phones aren't allowed in Chiba City, hanging there, friend. It could only get stranger. William Gibson, Vancouver, British Columbia, May 17th, 2004. This was was the introduction of the book. So, there goes my black cat. She's like, I don't know if she's like above my head. You guys see her tail, I think, in the corner. So that was the introduction. Now, this would be us actually getting into the book. Chiba City Blues 1. And I'll go a couple pages in because I didn't realize this video is getting a little long. Okay. The sky above the port was the color of television, tuned into a dead channel. It's not like I'm using, Case heard someone say, as he shouldered his way through the crowd around the door of the chat. It's like my body developed this massive drug deficiency. It was a sprawl voice and a sprawl joke. The Chichubo was a bar for professional expatriates. You could drink there for a week and never hear 2 words in Japanese. Rats was tending bar, his prosthetic arm jerking. Sorry, y'all. When I don't know a word, I want to know how to pronounce it, so it's like I'm trying to figure it out. So, Rats was tending bar, his prosthetic arm jerking monotonously. Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, guys, I've been trying to learn Russian. I only know a couple of words so far, and then I'm trying to brush up on my Spanish. I know Spanish for the most part. I just don't like speaking it. I just get so nervous with speaking it, so I don't really speak it, but I understand everything. But anyways, let me keep reading. As he filled a tray of glasses with draft crin, he saw Case and smiled. His teeth, a webwork of Eastern European steel and brown decay. Case found a place to bar between the unlikely tan on one of Looney Zone doors and the crisp naval uniform of a tall African whose cheekbones were rich with precise rows of tribal scars. Wage was in here early with 2 Joe boys. Rat sat shoving a draft across the bar with his Gideon. Maybe some business with you, Case. Case shrugged. The girl to his right giggled and nudged him. The bartender's smile widened. His ugliness was the stuff of legend. Okay, sorry y'all. Oh my god, it's because I can't fucking. Oh. It's because I can't fucking see. Okay, well, I need to put the freaking book in light. Okay, where were you? Okay, Wage was in here early with 2 Joey boys. Rat said, shoving a draft across the bar with his good hand. Maybe some business with you, Case. Case shrugged. The girl to the right giggled and nudged him. The bartender's smile widened. His ugliness and the stuff of legend. In an age of affordable beauty, there was something erotic about his lack of it. The antique arm whined as he reached for another mug. It was a Russian military processes. I don't know what that one is. A 7 function. A 7-function force feedback manipulator cased in grubby pink plastic. You are too much. The artiste. Her case. Rat grunted. The sound served him as laughter. He scratched his overhanging of white-shirted belly with the pink claw. You are the artiste of the slightly funny deal. Sure, Case said and sipped his beer. Somebody's gotta be funny around here. Sure, the fuck isn't you? The horse giggle went up an octave. Isn't you either, sister? So you vanish, okay? Zone, he's a close personal friend of mine. She looked Casey in the eye. Okay, sorry. She looked Casey in the eye and made the softest possible spitting sound, her lips barely moving. But she left. Jesus, Case said. What kind of creep joint you running here? Man can't have a drink. Ha, Rod said, sobbing the sacred wood with a rag. Zone chose a percentage. You I let work here on entertainment value. As Case was picking up a spear, one of those strange instants of silence descended, as though 100 unrelated conversations had simultaneously arrived at the same pause. Then the horrors giggling ran out, tangled with a certain hysteria. Rats grunted, an angel passed. The Chinese, below the drunken Australian Chinese bloody and vintage nerve splicing. Give me the mainland of a nerve job any day. Fix you right, mate. Now that Case hit his glass, all his bitterness suddenly rising in him like bile. This is so much bullshit. The Japanese had already forgotten more neurosurgery than the Chinese had ever known. The black clinics of Chiba were the cutting edge, whole bodies of techniques supplanted monthly, and still they couldn't repair the damage he'd suffered in that Memphis hotel. A year here, and he still dreamed of cyberspace, hoping, fading nightly. All the speed he took, all the turns he'd taken, and the corners he'd cut in Night City, and still he'd see the Matrix in his sleep. Bright lattices of logic. Guys, sorry about that. I just needed to make a little outro for y'all. Sorry I ended it like a little, strange. Bessie got home. So, yeah. But, we're gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy the little, reading to y'all. I look botched and some angles there, but it's fine. This is to help y'all go to bed, so I hope whoever is going to bed enjoys this video. I love you guys so much, and I'm excited to vlog and take you guys with me on this PR trip. It's not a long trip, it's short, but still we'll vlog and we're gonna have a good time. And yeah, my beautiful fairies, my sparrow men, I hope you guys have wonderful dreams, or if you're, I don't know where you are from watching this, but have a good day, and I love you so much, and thank you for being a part of the family, and until our next video, continue to slay the day, and continue to be beautiful. I love you guys so much.